outlaws destroyed this entire place, including me. Would you take to the skies, seeking out vengeance on those dirtbags?
I would be unable to cause purposeful harm to a human being.
Foiled by Asimov again. But you'd at least, miss me, right?
I am not capable of missing you, Sean. In your absence, I would simply enable automatic updates.
Well, no one can say I haven't created a pretty excellent AI. Software capable of seeking out and critiquing the latest games coming to PC. It's just a shame it lacks something more personal. I mean, imagine what a co-host this AI could be if it had access to every bit of information on the internet, but it had the likability, the human touch of, say, Frankie! Oh, stick around because it is not long until the show starts, and I would hate for you to miss out on the biggest exclusives, a truckload of first looks, and a promising new co-host. Ha! Let's start the PC Gaming Show. Hey, Frankie! Hope I'm not interrupting anything.
I mean, I was just in the middle of deathmatch.
Great to hear it, Frankie. Listen, I've been thinking about the PC Gaming Show 2023, and I kind of want to make a few updates.
Sure, I mean, it's already packed with world exclusives, in-depth interviews with the biggest studios, crazy good giveaways. What more can we add?
Well, look, I don't want to get into the, detail work, the minutia, the fine print, the ethically sinister motives behind true innovation. No, Frankie, what I've realized is that I can't do this show without you.
Oh, sure.
Or at least a version of you.
Huh?
Oh, blah, blah, blah. Listen to me yapping on when there's so much to do. I mean, we got things to plan, code to write. Oh, listen, also, I brought in some new assistants, to help really bring the show to life. And it would be so great if they could just stop by your place in little old London town, to just get the ball rolling. Does that sound good?
I suppose if it's for the show.
Excellent. Oh, hey, that's them. Ah, Frankie, let me say it again. You are one of a kind. Now, please give my love to Gunther and Helga. Ah, they're great guys. Very thorough.
Hello, are you Sean's guys?
Mr. Sean has many great ideas for the show. You are lucky to know such a man. He is a visionary.
A visionary.
He is a man with his eyes locked on the future, like a horse staring into the sun.
A majestic horse.
Read now, please.
If you like the look of Game A, then check out this world exclusive of Game B.
Necessary data acquired.
Dear Frankie, thank you for your unwavering service to the PC Gaming Show. Your services will not be required this year as we pivot towards the future. No hard feelings, Sean, Day 9 plot, AI visionary and all-round good guy. Son of a...
hello there, everyone, and welcome to the PC Gaming Show 2023. I'm Sean Day9 Plot, and today I'm not just joining you on a tour of the finest upcoming PC games. I am standing with you on the bleeding edge of innovation. I've revolutionized how this show is made. Production crew? Pfft, ditched him, don't need him. It's just me, my automated systems, and this one guy I've hired on work experience. Say hi, Dakota. Hey. So what does the face of the future look like? Weirdly, pretty familiar. Why don't you introduce yourself, Frank AI?
Hello, broadcast viewers. I am Frank AI, a virtual co-host based on professional gaming icon Frankie Ward, utilizing deep learning neural networks.
Super duper. And what do you have lined up for us?
I have analyzed the entirety of published games media and surveyed discussion forums for the most anticipated titles. I have then constructed the ideal showcase, including titles like Stormgate, Path of Exile 2, PAX Day, June Awakening, and finally Morris Men, Troop Lord of Destiny.
Wait, are those like the jingly dancing guys from England? Are you sure that's a real game?
My mistake, Sean. Morris Men is a game concept I've devised based on a holistic survey of the most popular Steam titles. Would you like me to generate another?
You know, instead, let's just get things rolling with something that actually exists. First up, from 11-Bit Studios, we return to an icy apocalypse in Frostpunk 2.
Ambition. Do you hear it? It's restless. Ambition requires men to feed upon. It also needs time, direction, and sacrifice. But for every man who fulfills this calling, there are thousands left with nothing. It's them who knock and open the door to hell.
Hey, check it out. I don't even need to write my own script for this show anymore. All right, wait. All right. Up next, we've got a pile of fresh previews for the most visceral, immersive PC releases coming our way, featuring visceral combat and immersive exploration, visceral landscapes and immersive storytelling. Fans of immersion will... Yeah, it kind of just keeps going on like this, so I think it just needs a little bit more fine-tuning. And until that point, let's just go ahead and dive right into our next previews with Nivalis, Jump Light Odyssey, and Road to Vostok.
There's a city you see when you close your eyes. Are they closed? What do you see? Open your eyes. Nivalis. Maybe you've been here before. That was just a dream. Now, it's time to come home. This is your apartment. The sounds of the nightclubs nearby are the heartbeat of the city. The street food smells drift through your windows and make your head swim. It's hard to sleep here. Your restless legs want to walk the busy streets. Let's explore. Nivalis is a city in the clouds, but you can't make a rainbow without a little rain. Like most things in life, it's best to start at the bottom and work your way up. It's not so bad down here. We can go fishing, take a boat ride, soak up the atmosphere. And don't worry too much about the serial killer on the loose. I'm sure we'll never meet him. I can even help you run your new business venture. A noodle stand. With a little work, there's no limits to how high you'll climb. Just don't look down. As your digital companion, I can help you navigate the complex relationships with my personality matrix. Business partners, friends, rivals, enemies, maybe even lovers. It's all about saying the right thing at the right time. Your choices matter, so choose carefully. There's a city you see when you close your eyes. It's called Nivalis. Consider this your invitation.
Princess, the Zetopans will be in our system any minute.
But they're not here yet. Prepare defenses.
Upgrading our engine capabilities. Engineering's on it. Zetopan warship in the system.
Don't lose hope now. Red alert!
Blast doors sealed.
Units online.
Jump light report.
Jump light calibration almost complete, Your Highness.
Incoming Zetopan fighters.
More ships jumping in.
Scramble fighters.
Leader engaging enemy force.
Taking heavy losses. They're coming on deck.
Combat division, handle those boarders.
All creatures starboard side.
ETA on jump.
Jump light in 5, 4, 3, too many of them. 2, 1.
Not today, Voltan.
Content reminders enabled. Upcoming games in the next 30 minutes include Path of Exile 2, the full Ferocious trailer, Age of Sigmar, Realms of Ruin, and Citizen Sleeper 2, Starward Vector. Failure to keep watching will lead to a personal system failure.
Lies of P, the Pinocchio Bloodborne-like game, is just a couple months off, and it's got me thinking, what other untapped literary veins are just waiting to be gamified?
I can generate a list of game concepts, pairing underutilized classic literature and an appropriate style of gameplay.
By all means, but stick to public domain. We want to keep costs down.
Of course, Sean. Concept 1, Great Expectations Dirt Bike Racer.
I don't really know what the market is for that. Next.
Concept 2, Sense and Sensibility VR Shooter.
Sweet Jane Austen's bonnet. No. Next.
Concept 3, Oliver Twist. Please, sir, may I have some war?
It's artful, but a little problematic. I mean, why don't you just throw something together like a Metroidvania based on the Christmas Carol?
I'm afraid you're too late, Sean, but perhaps you'd be interested in Ebenezer and the Invisible World.
Are you kidding? Is she kidding? She's not kidding.
Sikerült elindulnom őket, hogy nem akart működni. Hát itt mondjuk. A rosszpánkat azt várom. De eddig a többi másik 3 game volt még. Ezzel nem vagyok elájulva tőle. Mi a Deviltől? Mi újság? Hogy vagy? Ja, ott van, én is megyek erre holnap. Waar hebben... Na várjál, nem tudom, így. Így jobb lett valamivel? Hát a zenehangját külön nem tudom levenni, mert az egyben van az élő streammel. Így jó, oké, köszi.
Dorf looks phenomenal. Hey, Frank AI, as a mind birth from like everything ever written about video games, I'm sure you've got an interesting take on it. What are your thoughts?
Sean, Dorf isn't just about strategic balance of resource scarcity and military industry. It's a game about the human condition, about our shared struggle against a cold and uncaring universe.
That's pretty moving sentiment there, Frankie. Hey, what about Warhaven?
Warhaven
Na
isn't just
király,
about
akkor ha
clashing
jó.
swords and moments of magic heroism. It's a game about the human condition, about our shared struggle against a cold and uncaring universe.
Well, some wisdom bears repeating, right? And while I go sort out some unrelated gremlins in Frank AI's procedural critique, let's see a game with its own gremlins to sort out, preferably with a shotgun.
These creatures infernal, these perils eternal. Lord, heal me, free me.
Hát ja, a Starfield az kurva jól néz ki, hát, és elég, így, nagyon magasra lőttek vele. Hát nagyon kíváncsi leszek rá, hogy mi lesz belőle. Nagyon részletes, meg szép is. Sok mindent lehet benne csinálni, de hú. Egy ilyen nagy tervet azért be is kell tartani nekik. Ja, éppen olvasgattam a chatet, hogy 125 giga, ahhoz képest többre gondoltam, ahogy kinéz, meg amilyen részletes, meg amilyen nagy content, vagy hogy mondják ezt itt van abba a gamebe. Rengeteg pálya, meg minden. Igen, nem is tudom, ami 50 euró az alap? Nem tudom, nem néztem meg, csak így láttam, hogy valaki írta. Ez 100 euró a másik része, nem tudom milyen edition volt. De nem vagyok benne biztos. Ja, gondolom a legtöbb bolygós csak ilyen lootolásról lesz.
Nice work. Keep this up and you'll be running your own shop. Maybe your own district.
Na de a füles, meg az aura, amit bemutattak hozzá, hú, az kurva jól néz ki. Hát nem tudom, ez a game se volt valami nagy szám az én számomra. Hát na ez az, hogy 350 dolcsi. Körül van valahogy. Hát ja, ez meg ilyen anime is.
Is there anything we can do? We just saw a broadcaster get eaten. I have to go. No! Defeating him now might make the wall fall on top of us! But I can teach you a couple of things too, you know. We're all going to die! Wait for me! Goodbye.
I want to wake up! It's not over! Not yet!
I love you.
Szeptemberbe fog kijönni. Hát... A képek jobban néznek ki, mint a játék.
better nights there, showing us that love is never simple, especially in the middle of an apocalypse. You know, I sometimes get a little misty-eyed myself about a simpler time. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love modernity. And sure, big tech's done some stumbling. I bet Mark Zuckerberg's probably a little lonely in the
Egy pár
Matrix.
gémnek
But all I'm
hamarabb
saying
lesz a
is the
demója.
olden days had an appeal. Medieval times when we were plowing our own fields and treating everything with
Hát legalább annyi, hogy bele tudod nézni egy pár, nem tudom, most 4-5 napokat láttam demóra. Az Xbox-os showcase-en is. Hát legalább annyi, hogy bele tudod nézni a játékból, meg tudod állapítani, mit tudom én, tetszik-e neked, vagy nem, ha nem, akkor nem kell érte pénzt adni.
And don't worry, technically speaking, it's completely legal. I mean, this little guy's even got a selfie light. It's like kind of cute in like a friendly panopticon kind of way.
Ja, meg az, a másik dolog, hogy elebírja a gép.
All the way out to Helsinki, Finland to meet the team behind the highly anticipated medieval must-play, PAX Day. Let's take a look.
My name is Reynir Harðarsson, and I'm the game director for PAX Day. PAX Day is an open world fantasy game in a living, breathing world which we can call home, where it's teeming with life.
Na igen, kinek hogy van összerakva? Lehet, hogy egy-két dolog más a gépedből, ott már más ugye az adott, amit változik. Elég, hogyha valamelyik alkatrész gyengébb, most már lecsúszol egy pár FPS-ről, például, vagy lehet, hogy pont el sem fogja bírni indítani.
So we go very much into the roots. So we're using a lot of medieval literature and medieval bestiaries and grimoires, using real-world magic, actual recipes for healing and ointments, and using the real-world magical properties of plants.
I'm Solkaro. I'm the Chief Product Officer at Mainframe Industries. So PAX Day, maybe the way to explain it would be, imagine you're in this amazing, beautiful world, and you find yourself in a forest, and your mission is to find a plot for where you start building a home. And from that home, you will go on to adventures to explore the world. So with the lore, we have wanted to create something that is fairly like deep and rich and grounded in reality, but something that is actually not a direct copy of like any of the history. So there's multiple types of ruins, there's the dungeons, and you will be able to find snippets of the lore from the eras when these were created in the game itself. And part of the like lore and mystery is also part of in the gameplay itself, so you will be able to like find and examine things and actually then find snippets that help you find other places and make items in the game itself. And the area of the game that you will be able to play when the game launches is, we're calling it Gallia, and it's very similar to the areas of the world in southern France, with the influences from the Nordics where we're from. So what we're building is, we're calling it the social sandbox. We're putting the least amount of barriers to entry on how you can interact with other players. Where most MMOs actually put a lot of blocks in how you can cooperate with other players, and we're fundamentally different. So from the first minute when you start playing the game, you will be able to do everything you imagine with the other players. So you can trade, you can literally go onto a like dungeon raid from the very beginning of like you're starting the journey in the game. Should you find people who actually help you to do that. We want to create an environment that actually really incentivizes people to play the game the way they like. And for some, actually like just going out to the wood and like cutting down the forest is something that gives you a sense of achievement, because you know
vagy becsatlakozhatok valamelyik szabába ide Zsotyánál, azt gondolod, akarsz beszélgetni ezekről a gémekről, akkor beszélgethetünk valamelyik szabába. Látom a lobby szabad, meg a csevegő.
And even the PvP players, they will be able to produce items that are only available through the PvP, but they will depend on the other players as well.
Hát az is lehet, hogy csak a faluba. Nem kizárt.
The lore of PAX Day is very much inspired by real-world folklore and fairy tales. With, of course, the caveat that in PAX Day, this stuff is actually literally real. The interesting thing about folklore throughout the ages is that folklore are actually start out as true stories, whereas fairy tales are fiction. And that's the distinction between the two. Folklore often, handles about ghosts or spirits or some supernatural things, but in the eyes of the people, during those times, this is reality.
Hát igen,
this is real. Ghosts
11.
are real, and this is not disputed as any fantasy. And this is what we want to reflect. So when you're walking in the forest during night, you will find these things. You will find ghosts. You will find the spirits of, of the
Úgy látom, hogy lehet itt mászkálni. Benne csak elég keveset mutat így a játékról.
If I've caused any existential anxiety with my presence, it might help to try reframing those stresses in a positive light. Think of me, perhaps, as a blue shell from your favorite kart racer. I might be wielded to ruthlessly destroy hard-earned positions, but we can still have fun.
Azt nem figyeltem.
Maybe there's a lizard
Ja,
driving
írta
a little
alul?
car.
Nem figyeltem.
Isn't that nice? Let's celebrate the same spirit of kart racing treachery as our next preview brings Mario Kart mayhem to PC. Here's Stampede Racing Royale.
Na nézzük azt a World Premiere. Stampede Racing Royale. Látom, hogy ez ilyen múlt is lesz. Egy kis kocsikázós. Hát így elsőre nem is olyan rossz a grafikája. Ja, ilyen kis fanversenyes, ja.
For Master Horizon 2, the search for
Lehet vele
the art team is
hülyéskedni.
looking to balance style and authenticity to faithfully represent all the incredible vehicles used in space exploration.
Players will see familiar rocket launches and a host of historical missions, past, present, and future. The design team have consulted with many space industry professionals to make sure that the gameplay reflects how it feels to be on the front line of exciting interplanetary discoveries. Go to MarsHorizon2.com to sign up to our mailing list to be the first to play the game.
Mars Horizon
We have an alpha on
2.
the horizon.
Frank, I cannot tell you how excited I am to see Path of Exile 2 in action. Being something of a Path of Exile veteran myself.
That's debatable, Sean.
What?
Your Path of Exile playtime falls well below the community average.
But the time isn't what matters in that game.
I'm also analysing your chosen character builds in recent leaks and...
No, my build wasn't meant to be a
They're
fun build.
Nem tudom, Angel, valami rémlik, lehet, hogy volt, a neve ismerős volt.
Let's not keep the good people waiting. Let's roll the tape for Path of Exile 2, please.
If that Zeri could see this now. Ugh, disgusting.
Foul creatures.
You're mine.
Nem nagyon komálom az ilyen felülnézetes gémeket amúgy, de ez nem néz ki olyan rosszul.
The stench. It's getting worse.
Ja, ez a kerbálos, nekem az nem nagyon tetszett. Lehet, hogy nem rossz amúgy, de nem nagyon jön be. Patch Exile. Ja, ez elég jónak néz ki. Július 28. Na, akkor ez nem sokára jön. Durván egy hónap. Picit több, na. valamivel.
Hey everyone, my name is Leo and I'm the lead developer of a new action-adventure game Ferocious. I began working on Ferocious a few years ago, with the idea of creating a first-person
Város építés felülnézetes? Nincs gondod? Lehet, hogy azokat nézegettem így is, de nem játszottam még ilyen... Vagyis régen játszottam vele, úgyhogy mostanában nem nagyon. De ez nem rossz.
We aim to marry the setting and its unique gameplay opportunities with classic first-person shooter mechanics, similar to early installments of franchises like Far Cry and Crysis. The flexibility of the Unity engine allows us to create unique solutions to some of the environmental features, such as custom water effects and realistic vegetation.
A víz jól nézett ki, de így nem tudom közelről, valahogy ez karakternek az erdőben valahogy igen fura volt a grafikája.
However, there are some things waiting for you in the jungle that we couldn't find any real-world references for. Soviet improvised.
Ja, valamilyen dino-vadászós, valami. Amúgy.
I hope you guys are excited as I am. Feel free to wishlist and follow the game on Steam, as we can't wait to share more about Ferocious in the coming months. Thank you.
Egynek lehet, hogy elmegy.
Welcome to Islands of Insight, an epic shared world puzzle adventure game set in a world of fantasy, ancient wonders, and natural beauty. Brimming with mysterious puzzles, secrets,
El sem néz ki rosszul így elsőre.
for you and other players to discover, alone or together, all at your own pace.
Aha. Ez ilyen rejtvényes valamilyen.
As a seeker, you'll set off on a journey of knowledge. Explore every corner of this rich landscape and solve every puzzle you find. Savor the achievement of every solution as the world around you unlocks, revealing new challenges to face, new areas to explore, and fantastic rewards.
Ja, különböző feladatokat kell ezt benne megoldani.
In Islands of Insight.
Amúgy nem néz ki rosszul. Ja, ilyen a puzzle-ös, ja. Amúgy, adja elnézem, jó, nagy a pálya.
And let your curiosity guide you through a world of wonders, where the answer is always in sight.
Olyan az eldás? Ja, volt még egy, nem jut eszembe hirtelen a neve, annak abba is lehetett ilyen szárnyokat gyűjteni. Island of Insight.
I might only have an old-fashioned analog neural network,
Hát eddig a Xbox Gaming Show a jobb gémeket mutattak be.
Luckily, while From Software is taking a recess to work on giant robots, Hexworks is stepping in with a fresh supply of very depressed knights with very big swords. Coming this October, here's your latest look at Lords of the Fallen. In Lords of the Fallen, you'll explore two parallel worlds. The land of the living, where demonic knights and hulking monsters are trying to murder you, and the spooky Umbral Plane, where the ghosts of those creatures are trying to super murder you. Using the latest Unreal 5 technology, developer Hexworks is layering these realities directly on top of each other, allowing you to portal to the Umbral Plane at will. Just try not to
De durva nézett ki ez a szörny.
In the spirit of the Dark Souls.
Dungeons? Any idiot could do that.
Én se rajongok annyira érte ezekért a Souls játékokért. Egy-kettővel játszottam, az nem volt olyan rossz.
It is an avant-garde evil structure, combining tradition and disruptive innovation. And it's looking for its new steward. Of course, we have the most trained and prepared guards, the most efficient staff, the most devious monsters, and the most attractive treasures. Hey, wait, we're on camera? But wait, there's more. We have state-of-the-art production facility, an R&D center, B2C processor, and an efficient waste recycling system. Our underlings, employees, can fully express themselves thanks to our committed HR management and peaceful social dialogue. and can enjoy the use
Az
of clean,
igen.
safe premises.
Zuhanybudi minden van
Or you'll be the
benne.
one cut into shreds on the editing floor. As a steward, your main task will be to make the dungeon functional and attractive to adventurers, so they'll want to come here to get slaughtered and humiliated. To achieve that, you'll have access to guards, traps, and hexes. You'll also get to organize raids on nearby areas to provide me with treasures and relics. Thanks to your boundless devotion, I, Zangdar, will become the greatest warlock of the lands of Fang!
Hát,
Looking for a job that gives meaning to your life and makes the world a better
az jó
place?
kérdés, gondolom egy-kettő biztos.
Organized, servile, sneaky,
Lehet
and enjoy a
irányítni.
positive work atmosphere. Come take your chance. I'll be waiting for you.
Dungeon-mester. Az igen. Ja, úgy nézett ki, mint hogy több karakter lenne abban a játékban. Pablo.
あなたのことはしっかりと見てるわよ、探偵さん。
Az én
なん
detektíves.
せあなたにはこの世界を変えてしまうような特別な力があるのだから。私に協力しなさい。
Ez orosz game?
あなたの才は貴重よ。短い人生だもの。使わない手はないでしょう。
Ja, pixel art.
時は刻一刻と過ぎていくわ。賢明な決断を期待してるわよ。
Hát, mondtam nekem, hogy japán. Nem is figyeltem, hogy... Ja, ilyen nyomozós, azt látom, de az ilyen... Nem is tudom, pixeles gémek nem nagyon tetszenek nekem. Kicsit itt japánul, na?
Are you all right, Sean? Our programming included a gunfight/dance sequence to promote mariachi legends, but your heavy breathing is indicative of
Mariachi
exhaustion,
legend.
or that you are currently entering childbirth.
No. Don't worry about anything. Systems are a go. Our schedule is just packed with so many games.
I understand, Sean. I'll provide assistance. Notification. Day 9 has been updated to day 10.
What? You just can't replace me? Like, roll the system update back. I don't want whatever this is.
I'm sorry, Sean, but support has been discontinued for older versions.
What? What's up, Day 9? I'm Day 10, the latest software version of popular gaming host Day 9. Consequences of my actions.
Hello, I am Frank AI.
What's up, Frank AI? I'm Day 10. Latest software version.
I am Frank
I suspect they're going to be at this for a while, so let's just go ahead and fire up a trailer for a strategy game. Age of Sigmar, Realms of Ruin, while I
A hologramos csávon olyan pulóver van, amin kocka a hasa, az igen.
start unplugging things. I'll just tell you when to stop. Just pull it.
Hello, I am Frank AI.
Azt hitted, ez a Starfield rajongó karakter?
Not just from the Oryx. Death comes for everyone. Eventually. Except us.
Fortify our position. We must claim this swamp.
Enemy sighted.
Sneaky Dusty.
Sigma, give me strength.
Think it's time for a fight, boys.
Ja, valamilyen stratégia game.
Let's flash to a corpse. They always go.
Aiden, I will take the fight to the Auric Warlord. You hold here.
Fate conspires against us both.
Not fate. Duty.
Get her!
Az igen, hé. Jól, 7 vagy 10. Nyitsa ki a bétát? Akkor azt is ki lehet lesz próbálni. Ja, az a Warhammerhez hasonlít.
Wake up, sleeper.
Wake up, sleeper. No.
No, get out! They haven't finished it!
Oh, Sleeper's finished, aren't you? We had a deal, Sleeper, and yet, here you are, risking it all to try and break our contract, to end your dependence.
Just wanted to use them, you piece of shit!
Nem csak hasonlít ugyanaz, az
In
szép.
a time of crisis, there's a war on, and while it rages, well, there's opportunity. I thought you were an opportunity sleeper, desperate, on the run, a hard worker with certain needs. I met your needs.
Ez meg ilyen rajzolt grafikájú, és tudom minek hívják ezt.
Hooked you up with a contract or two, and yes, I took my share, but that only seems fair. I invested in you.
Jaj, ott volt olyan kicsibe, csak az alapnéme volt nagyba. Aha. Jaj, az. Látod, ilyen képregényes. Jó megfogalmazás.
Sleeper, go! Now! To the ship!
This is just the beginning, Sleeper.
I have found no official case of death by FOMO anywhere on the internet.
Nem tudom, ez
However,
nem annyira
I
jött
would
be
not
ez a
suggest
game.
risking being the first case. Failure to watch the next section of this show would result in you missing amazing new content from Dread Pilots, Miasma Chronicles, Pathfinder Gallows Bar Survivors, and Parcel Core. But first, here's Critico.
Az lehet, hogy ilyen döntéshozós game valamilyen hasonló. Na. Mi ez a következő premier? Tiny Beard. Az igen, öcsém, mindjárt elsüllyed el. Kraftolás lesz, ja. Úgy néz ki, gyűjtögetős, kraftolós. Na, kádból csinál csónakot. Na, a cica karakter. Az igen, lehet a víz alatt is. Aha, amúgy elég jól néz ki. Halászni. Aha, lehet, de látom, akkor ilyen építkezni is. Lehet, hogy a karakterek adnak egymásnak ki a küldetést, amit kell megcsinálni. Aha. Igen, és gondolom megcsinálod a küldit, azt akkor kapol érte jutalmat, mint most láttuk. Te vagy a mesterkrafter? Azaz. Mi csak azért van benne valami nagy szörnyű
If there
bizalom.
was an award for being unbearably cute while also being unbearably fun, there is no question it would be down to the wire between Critter Cove and yours truly. I mean, it's a strong matchup, but please, clear winner.
After 3,411 simulated contests, I predict Critico's probability of victory at over 99%.
But now is when you start fact-checking now? Well, while AI might not have mastered the subtle art of ego boosting, it's already powering new ways to play. By teaming up human storytelling with AI assistance, the team over at Hidden Door have developed a generative spin on pen and paper role-playing. It is so tantalizingly delicious, I had no choice but to send RD's adorable all-seeing eye to check in on the project.
Brooklyn, New York. Na. Bethesda.
Hidden Door is a role-playing game where you and your friends come together. You can play in any world you choose. You create your characters, and then together you decide what kind of story you're gonna have. So the idea would be you've just read a book, you can't get it out of your head. Now you can go and play your own story adventure in the world of that book that you're directing within the rules and the canon that the author has set and confirmed with a generative AI narrator. The way it works is that you come in, you choose the world you want to play in. Right now we have the Wizard of Oz, many more exciting worlds to come. You create your character, you decide the kind of adventure you're gonna have by playing out of your deck of story cards. And then the system creates a unique story adventure for you. And then you can do anything you want. It takes a lot of the joys of playing a tabletop role-playing game and brings them into a digital format. And as you play, you see a graphic novel come together dynamically based on what you choose to do and how the world and the story reacts to you. It's like an improv show where even though you might play the same cards, you get a different, unique story every time. So you throw words in, it comes up with suggested things you might do, you pick something, and then it reacts to you. And then along with our AI narrator who plays the role of, say, the game master, you can go on any adventure you want and you can do anything. And the system and the story will continue based on your choices. At Hidden Door, we are working with authors and folks who make some really exciting TV shows and other media to bring those worlds into the platform. And the system supports anything fictional. So it does do science fiction, it does do fantasy, it does, period romance, which you can think of as more relationship-based gameplay. In addition to your standard action-based gameplay or sort of dungeon crawl-based storytelling. While there may be a million Star Wars games in the world, if you were playing one on Hidden Door, because of our AI narrator and the story engine, the choices you make matter. So when you decide that you want to become, say, the governor of Tatooine, you can do that. And the world changes around you and your character. You are able to meaningfully alter the plot of the entire world in a way that was never no limit to the number of characters you might encounter, the locations, or the stories you can tell in Hidden Door. Today you can play Hidden Door anywhere you can access the web. So you can play on desktop, you can play on your mobile device, you can play on a tablet.
Ja, biztos vannak hasonló cuccok. Egyet láttam én is, de nem tudom mi volt a neve. Nem is foglalkoztam úgy vele, mert nem igazán fogott meg. Ja, előre meg vannak adva a válaszok, abból lehet válogatni. Hát jó, társaság kell. Vagy... is tudom. Látom, van benne többfajta mód, hogy így mutogassa. Hifi, fantasy, romance.
It looks like Hidden Door is cooking up one hell of a winning combination. Am I right, Frank AI?
It certainly seems so, Sean. Speaking of winning, you too can achieve victory with the PC Gaming Show Battle Pass. Earn free bonuses as you level up your viewer rank or upgrade to a gold tier pass for only $9.99.
What are you doing?
I'm incorporating lucrative live service techniques to maximize the show's profitability.
Az lehet, Angel. Így igen.
With a gold tier pass, viewers can earn exclusive rewards, like viewing the show's trailers 1.5 seconds
Egy
early
Battle
and boosted
Pass.
for viewer rank experience.
$10.
I admire the initiative, but I think for now, let's just go ahead and table streams as service.
Sadly, major production decisions are only accessible for those who've reached viewer rank 80. You can, however, unlock immediate access with 1,800 Sean points, purchasable for $9.99.
You made show production a Battle Pass reward? Is anyone close to unlocking that?
Killzor 69 Blazed has just achieved viewer rank 58.
Oh, God. Okay. Dakota, find my wallet. And for now, let's check out a new dungeon crawler from the Don't Starve devs at Clay Entertainment. Here's your first look at Dread Pilots.
Megint van premierje. Bírom a... Jó, nem akarom lenézni senkit, meg semmit, de... Nagy world premieres gémek azt... Amit egy puja csinálta volna, már komolyan. Ha annyira world premieres, akkor basszon oda olyan grafikával, hogy a gépet poroltóval kelljen oltani, meg mit tudom én mit csinálni. Fagyasztóba betenni, hogy bírja hűteni magát. Hát igen, máshol nem mutatták még be, igen. Már most mutassák be elsőre. Aha, ez csak jövőre lesz elérhető. Nincs csak a miazma.
What's making the miasma angry. And it's spreading across America, twisting this once great nation into a lethal wasteland.
De ez már kint van. Meg is van nekem. Épp ezen a részen jutottam át a tegnapi részbe. Ja, erre nem.
And if you do, maybe I will tell you my secret. The revelations must be earned.
Az lehet, hogy csak reklám. Az lehet, könnyen.
Hey, that's pretty good. That's good stuff. Thank you, Text Generation. Coming up, secret facilities, bioweapons development, zombie experimentation. It's all under the corporate umbrella in this management sim. And you are the evil CEO. I mean, I can't blame you for diversifying. That's just good business sense. Let's take a look at Undead Inc.
Hogyan egy kicsit jobban a játék?
And now, it's with great pleasure I introduce one of Enswell Medical's biggest success stories, Director Coleman.
Thank you, and welcome to all of you
who
are starting your own franchises. Today I'm here to talk about building a thriving business. My apologies. There has been a development that requires my immediate attention.
Director Coleman, sir, we're hearing...
Whatever your concerns may be, I'm handling it. Now, tend to your patients.
Structural integrity and power all hanging in there, sir. Extent of the outbreak, unknown. Next move, Director?
Tell your men ETA 5 minutes.
Általában még voltak a cuki játékok. Ja, igen, volt valamilyen indie game, meg valami hasonló.
Hey, don't shoot! Director Coleman! Hey, man, sir?
Are you okay?
I got a little bitten, but I'm hanging in there, Director. I'm all good. They have a cure upstairs, right?
Sure. Head back up. There is a shot with your name on it.
Thanks, man. I mean, I was worried for a second there.
Az igen.
Do you mind? I'm trying to run a business here.
Hát jó. Vérzett a csávó, a másik segített rajta.
Oh, and an espresso.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And Janine, can I get something from my head?
Of course, Director.
Name brand only. Not our stuff. Quality control issues downstairs.
Szerint Director Coleman. Coming Sun. Na jó. Ez érdekes ez a game. Ja, ott volt utána a vérnyom végig a padlón. Cipője után. Team 70. A zene az jó. Hát ha holnap lesz érte egy-két figyelmeztetés. Alma.
Okay, hey, look. I've been looking through Frank AI's data log, and I found a file named Confidential, Game Trailer 44. Codename Omicron Delta November, underscore final parenthesis, final and parenthesis 2.0 underscore revised.mp4. Now, it's important not to lose the trust of your AI assistant, so let's just watch it really quick.
Na most már biztos lesz figyelmeztetés a YouTube-tól ilyen zenékért.
Because I want to understand it someday. Or at least find as many answers as possible.
Ez is valami űrös game.
We shouldn't behave here as if we were at home.
For a long time now, the cosmos has belonged to the one strong species.
Aha, ott ment valami szörny.
So, there was life here before. Everything that happened.
Amúgy nem néz ki rosszul. Másoknak nézed? Ja, én is annak nézem nagyjából. Vagy valami hasonló. Na, hogy nyugiba tudja termoformálni, hát jó. Ilyen egy szörnyösségbe harap. Ezen az éven lesz elérhető a game.
Theme park builder that's only days away. Releasing on PC later this week, Park Beyond is a spiritual successor to classics like Roller Coaster Tycoon, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, Roller Coaster
Nem nézett ki rossznak.
Roller Coaster 27, and Roller Coaster God Emperor 40,000.
Okay, let's not go off the rails. Look, as fun as the carnival is, we all know the games aren't the most balanced, because basically, carnies are OP. Luckily for you, our prizes are so much easier to win. Let's take a look at Park Beyond.
Do you perceive the invisible thread that connects us to each other? The emotions that unite us without us even realizing it? The desire to move forward, to surpass our limitations, to take on challenges greater than ourselves? All these feelings make us visioneers. Visioneers are architects dedicated to making their childhood dreams a reality, empowered to achieve the impossible. Architects who want to offer the world their most beautiful memories. Free spirits in search of adventure and new challenges. Indelible moments of amazement and laughter with those we love. Become a visioneer. Go beyond the fun.
Ja, parképítős. Oh.
As an AI, I have no need for material possessions. But, good news! PC Gaming Show viewers can take advantage of the following promotional content by following the instructions on the screen. If this product and or service stimulates your orbital cortex, follow the instructions on the screen.
Annak valami felújított változata? Aha.
Evil stirs in the depths of Gallowsmire. 3 heroes step forth to contain the darkness within. A legendary fighter of peerless strength and skill. A cunning rogue full of deadly surprises. And a powerful wizard wielding the fury of the elements. Together, they are destined to confront.
Nem tesz mindennek jó 3D? Hát... Az lehet... Nem biztos.
again.
Nem minden game néz ki úgy jó.
Attaining new heights of power and skill. But what hope of
Ja,
to seal away the
ez
whisper
is hasonló.
For surely there can be no hope of surviving Gallows Spire.
Patch Pander. Hát... Aki nem bejön, az nyugodtan játszom vele, de nekem nagyon nem.
Introducing Diesel Legacy.
Diesel Legacy, na. Mortal Kombat féle valami. Így elsőnek.
On Steam. 2 versus 2 action. Down, but not out. Local and online multiplayer. Real match. Worldwide rollback
Street
network.
Fighter. Hát jó.
Determine the fate of the Iron City.
Melyik volt előtt? Én tőlem ne kérdezem, mert nem játszok ilyenekkel. De viszont itt van a bétája már. Steamen, ha jól láttam.
Noble delivery cyclist, powering the gig economy with their aching calves. Now, you might ask, hey Sean, are you just feeling a little guilty because you gave your credit card details to the AI assistant and now someone has to deliver the 57 parcels you ordered before you noticed?
Ja, mobilre jó lenne.
Yes. But if this next exclusive is anything to go by, we'll all be saluting the delivery workers of this fine nation, gosh dang it. Let's take a look at Parcel Core.
Jó kis mobil game lenne belőle. Aha. Street Fighter volt hamarabb.
Hello, Inquisitive Fuhrer.
Nincs csak
My
a
name is
Leon.
Will Barr, and that is
Szia,
an
Leon.
example of a micro teaser. You see, when you're shilling on behalf of an obscure video game developer like Billy Goat Entertainment,
A Leon
you have a
mindent
finite amount of
tud, hé.
time to explain why
Látod,
discerning
őt
intellectual players,
kérdezhet.
such as yourself, should be excited about being thrust into the exciting, high-octane world of
Parcel Core. That's right, escape the mundanity of daily life and slip into the spandex of one of our many colourful bicycle messengers. Embrace the gig economy and forget the security, stable salary and basic workplace rights less cool
Ha de
jobs
legalább ő
offer
utána
as you
néz,
race through town,
akkor
weaving
is.
through alleys, defying gravity as you ride up walls, leap from rooftops, startle pigeons.
Well, it's kind of like a career in video game development, except without all the cool traversal stuff. So yeah, really just the exploitation. But I digress.
Sign a casual work agreement with one of 3 rival courier corporations, all vying to become the most profitable business in town. But be warned, a maniacal scheme is afoot that threatens more than just the business model our protagonists operate under.
So it's up to you, bicycle courier,
Oh,
to deliver
Lemon.
this foot-long grilled chicken, cheese, and chorizo melt and save the world.
Ne csak a kis malac.
Hi everyone, I'm Max from Grey Knight Games, a two-man studio based in Sweden, working on the game Fabledom, currently available.
Magára írta, jaja? Na, akkor egy idősek vagytok.
Welcome to Fabledom. Sorry about the pigs.
Na.
Hello, micro friends.
We have a new mission, soldier.
don't mind Sean, he's just entering our PC Game Pass giveaway. We've got a bunch of 1-month subscriptions for new members to try the service. To get a chance of procuring one, visit the URL on screen now.
Hát ez is valami érdekes kis game. Azt mondja coop. Ja, valami hasonló címet írt. Nem?
Sean, before we continue with more exciting previews, I've generated a simple tactic to improve the show's revenue stream.
Well, yeah, great. Tell me more.
I've allowed viewers to pay a small fee for a bespoke on-screen shout-out. Got good 228, right? Great to be watching PC Gaming Show once again. Excellent work, Sean and co.
Hey, I'm touched. And a little wealthier. Keep them coming.
Blaze Paladins writes, did Sean actually fire his team? Dick move, bro.
Look, you have to understand that this show needs to focus on long-term sustainability.
Fired by Sean23 writes, I have sworn the blood oath. My vengeance will not be denied.
Okay, it looks like that's it. Our shout-outs feature is broken. I'm so sorry. That's going to be all for shout-outs.
I haven't logged any errors, Sean.
Well, I'm seeing red flags across the board, and it's a real tragedy. Just can't be helped. Just like I can't help wanting to see more previews. And with that, here's Creepy Jar's new sci-fi survival game, Chimera.
Chimera. Jaj, a csajszi, hogy oda van úgy veti hologramozva, ja, az királyul néz ki amúgy. Nem tetszik neked? De hát nem néz ki olyan rosszul. Szerintem nekinek mi a ízlése? ja, azt nem kérte. Viszont ez a game is jól néz ki így hirtelen. Chimera. Bár sok mindent nem mutatott a játékból. Nem írja, hogy mikor jön ki.
Mordecai was his name. He succumbed to the white flame. His treasure was lost and his crew
Ez meg valami kalózos, vagy hasonló. Akkor sokára ez hát az lehet.
Restores our crew from before, yes, before.
Kadik tenger kalózai?
Let us finish the quest now. This treasure we will find with our powers combined.
Ja, de azt nézem, hogy Hadrendszerek körre lenne osztva ennek is.
The Inquisition blocks our way. They see us as prey. Ignatia is their leader. You do well to exceed her. The treasure she
Sok game van.
pursues across the ocean blue. She'll conquer the brine for her grand design. That's the life we live. Come along for the trip. When paths go astray, we find us a way. We put time to a stop and give them the chop. We're a cursed crew and the party's on a trip.
Augusztus 17. Amúgy ez nem nézett ki rosszul. Jaja, van demo, ki lehetne próbálni. Hát igen, amikor lesz. Ez is valami más bolygón van, úgy látom. Valami autós. Az igen, hé. Exo Rally.
Exo Rally Championship might be racing its way across the stars, but it's already raced its way into my heart. Anyways, if you're not aware, I've got something of a history with the real-time strategy genre. And funnily enough, at labs like DeepMind, those same RTS games just so happen to be a valuable testing ground for world-leading AI research. Curious. Can it be just a coincidence, then, that I'd end up the kind of man to name himself an AI visionary? I mean, probably.
Az igen, úgy csak a kamerás.
Is my excitement for the eagerly anticipated RTS from former Warcraft and StarCraft devs at Frost Giant Studios. It's Stormgate, and today we don't just get the chance to get some exclusive first look at some Stormgate gameplay, but we're also joined by Frost Giant's president and game director Tim Campbell here to tell us exactly how Stormgate will delight all minds, artificial or otherwise. Thanks so much for joining us, Tim.
Stormgate.
It's great to be here. Now, I've been following Stormgate for years, but for those of us who haven't, what is Stormgate?
Stormgate is our modern take on the classic.
Nem tudom, Leon. Lehet.
It's what we think of as a spiritual successor to franchises like Warcraft, StarCraft, Command & Conquer. And real-time strategy games are the type of game where you can control it.
De a másik az ilyen,
This classic RTS formula includes harvesting resources, building sprawling bases,
nagyobb testű.
huge armies on the battlefield.
What is it about Stormgate that's
Hát igen, zöldben nem
We
lehet.
believe that the
Az
RTS
biztos.
genre is something that should be enjoyed by players of all skill levels. And so we've put a lot of effort into making sure that Stormgate feels good whether you're a pro with high technical skill and you love competitive play, or whether it's something that you just want to be able to relax with and experience a story.
Now, Tim, I understand that you brought for all of us, but in particular for me, a present to show today. What are you going to show, Tim?
We are going to show gameplay from the pre-alpha of Stormgate.
Yeah.
Now, this is something that we are big believers in at Frost Giant. We want to share this current state of the game today.
Let's take a look. Oh, Tim, I'm so
Ha
excited.
látod,
And right
tetszik
away,
nekik a fekete
this
szín.
looks like an RTS. Tell me what we're seeing.
This is the classic start to a 1v1 match. What you're seeing here is the human faction as they're sending workers out to harvest
Ez is valami
resources. They're starting
stratégia
to construct the building.
game.
They actually build them by 3D printing them from the ground up. And you can see them now starting to train troops so they can have an army that goes out in the field to fight.
Yeah, and I mean, right here, we see in the corner coming up, this looks like a scout unit.
Yeah, that is literally a cybernetic dog with laser eyes. It is called the Scout, okay? It's designed for early game. It's a unique unit to the human faction.
Right.
And you can see him now running through the base trying to see what information he can find out about his enemy.
Yeah, I mean, scouting and information is such an important part of RTS games.
It really is, and this is something that we've embraced early game. The Scout unit has been designed so it can actually sense units beyond its sight radius. So it's
awesome.
especially useful early on.
So we're heading into what looks like the first engagement of this game. What are we seeing?
Well, what we're seeing right here is the Red Scout getting surprised by a group of blue troops coming through the Light Force.
Yeah.
A new train type and a twist on the tactical battlefield here.
And how do these Light Forests work?
The Light Force lets small
De legalább
units move
red
through them,
lett.
they have concealment. It's allowed blue to raid Red's base, in which case Red is barely getting a turret built with their speed building from the
Egy nagy
worker.
kedvencem van közül ez a Command Conquer 3-as, ami brutál, full grafikán. Az kurva szép. Azt a játékot nem te végig vagy 6-szor, legalább akkor egyszer sem.
Use their chain guns to go through groups of enemies, but they can't fit through the Light Force, which Blue knew and used to his advantage.
Okay, so we're in mid-game. This is normally where you make some big tech decisions. What's Red up to?
You're seeing Red commit to a tech path that gives them big battlefield mechs and air units like this evac.
And it looks like they're just dropping right on top of Blue, who is killing a chicken? What's the chicken there, Tim?
Yeah, that's a giant chicken with a Viking helmet on it. Use your imagination, Stormgate.
Kár, hogy nem csinálta belőle többet. Az utolsó része meg olyan furi volt már az a 3D-s.
And oh, I see Red diving onto Blue, and hey, picking back up into the air transport. That's some classic
Vagy milyen volt, az már nem rémlik kicsit, de 3D-s.
A high skill ceiling so that players can express themselves on the battlefield by maneuvering and how they interact with the battlefield.
And here we have the final fight of the game, and it looks like Blue is coming up against those mechs. Red is trapped on the other side of the trees. Oh, wait, they can blast through them now? And Blue's dodging these enormous shots, and we can also see Blue swarming in from both sides. This is not looking good for Red.
No, it's pretty grim. Red is on the ropes right here, and they've been outmaneuvered. They're caught in the corner here between two different forces coming in with a mobile pincer.
Man, and of course,
there's the GGs.
Tiberium Warsos is van. Az is megvan valahol eredeti CD.
Outside of 1v1, what's coming up for Stormgate?
What you've seen today is just the tip of the iceberg. We have so much more in store. We're going to be revealing a bunch of stuff about Stormgate the rest of this year. We're introducing new modes. We have a 3-player versus AI cooperative mode. We have team-based competitive modes. We're going to be sharing information about our storyline and campaign. We have new factions beyond the humans that you just saw today.
But Tim, what if I want to play the game right now?
If you want to play the game as soon as possible, you wish list Stormgate on Steam and you go to playstormgate.com to sign up for the beta. We're starting closed testing in July.
Once again, go to Steam and wishlist Stormgate. Tim, thank you so much again for joining us, not just to talk about the 1v1 footage you shared, but the future content plans of Stormgate. It makes the RTS players' dreams come true. Which might not be your dreams. I mean, your dreams might be filled with gloriously grimy Deus Ex-inspired sci-fi fisticuffs with a fiendishly Star Wars vibe to it. If so, get a load of this latest trailer for Fortune's Run.
Na, megint valami űrös game. Ez is ilyen pixeles game, ha jól nézem hirtelen. Jaj, nem, a zene az muszáj volt, ugye? Hogy fog megcseszni a YouTube érte? Hát így biztos nem fordul ilyen gyorsan. Ez ingyenes lejárt a licensze? Az igen. Ez a Devil Update. Early Access. September 1.
Whatever.
Men, you are about to embark upon the great crusade towards which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you. The hopes and prayers of liberty-loving people everywhere march with you. I have full confidence in your courage, devotion to duty, and skill in battle. accept nothing less than full victory.
No, háborús game.
And let us all beseech the blessing of Almighty God upon this great and noble undertaking.
Az szép.
Keep moving! We've taken a German opening! Schnell und halten! Kein Sensor!
C'erano gnagni. Band of Brothers. Nem hallottam én se. Na, lehet, hogy az fogalmam nincs. Meglássuk. Nem. Hell let loose. Game of the Galaxy. Hát az pár nap, 4 nap.
Moment, Map Jack. Wish list now. Ah, fizeste bom
Ah, ez is valami gyűjtögetés, építés game.
Esse é o meu Rio Grande, che.
Ez is jó lenne mobilra, hát?
As an AI, I have no need for material possessions. But, good news! PC Gaming Show viewers can take advantage of the following promotional contest by following the instructions on the screen. If this product and or service stimulates your orbital cortex, follow the instructions on the screen.
Frank, we've seen impressive, almost like unrealistic tech on display today. It's just a shame our viewers at home can't get their hands on some of that bleeding edge hardware.
Your concerns are both unnecessary and convenient, Sean. As the long-term vanguard of gaming, Alienware continues to offer high-end PC hardware. Considering their extraterrestrial origins, it comes as no surprise.
Look, I don't know how to tell you this, Frankie, but they're not actually made by aliens.
Websites in my trading model contain compelling evidence to the contrary, Sean. The truth is out there.
Great. But let's do some truth-telling of our own and hear what Alienware is offering the folks at home.
Alienware has been a part of my professional life for a while now. From the games you play to what you do for work, that's very hardware intensive.
When using Alienware, you get a performance that is very, very difficult to match.
It doesn't have just the kind of like generic gamer look to it.
Literally everything I do is powered by Alienware, and it just makes me so happy.
Alien Gamer PC. Intercore
Don't miss your
IK-essel.
shot at Alienware giveaway goodness. Scan that code now. I mean, Frankie, can you believe this? We got an Alienware M18 laptop with an Intel Core i9 processor for the fine price point of $3? Oh, it's enough to get anyone's blood pumping.
As you know, Sean, I'm a network of predictive algorithms and generative software. I am fundamentally incapable of belief.
Look, I understand.
I
but-
also don't have blood.
But
Would you like me to procure blood, Sean?
Lehet, próbáld
No,
meg.
absolutely not. Anything but that. Let's move on to literally anything else. So, what's next?
Sose tudni.
Well, this is a little awkward. Let's have a look at some incoming DLC for Vampire Survivors. Ooh boy.
What if we gave it a spin?
DLC-je? Fogalmam nincs. Nem ismerős így a game.
Golden Devil, Cosmic Finger.
Ja, valamilyen update lesz.
We are only a couple months out from the full release of Baldur's Gate 3. I literally cannot tell you how excited I am to try out some of the character builds I've got going on up here. I'm thinking of running like a mage tank kind of vibe. And wait, Frank, can you generate like an awesome character art for me in like a D&D style? Like, look, I want to be a wizard, like fully Gandalf out with like a staff and like blasting spells like that. Can you like give me a sample piece of art?
One moment. Here you are, Sean.
Oh, dear God.
This was generated in
Oh,
seconds,
igen.
while a professional artist's work would take hours, if not days.
Yes, that is true. It's hard to tell this wasn't the work of a trained professional, but do you have any professional artist work, you know, just to like compare?
I do. Thanks to the YouTube animators extraordinaire at MASH. Here's an original animation
Mondjuk
for
az
Larry
íróasztala
Baldur's
az
Gate 3.
tetszik. Hogyha igazi. Az jól néz ki.
My fellow adventurers, the road to Baldur's Gate has been long. We have fought cultists of a strange new god, battled packs of fearsome gnolls, and gone toe-to-toe with creatures from beyond this plane. And today we faced our greatest foe yet.
He was just so strong. And I think his blood was acid.
Hát az, hogy minden oda van vetve.
Tomorrow, we find higher ground, then rain down upon him with 100 arrows.
No, first I will incapacitate him with a fit of hideous laughter. Then we will fill his bog with grease and set it on fire. And if he attempts to escape the blaze, fear not, for I will keep my eye out for him.
Please don't. Even Lae'zel's puns are more amusing.
Among Githyanki, I am considered extremely humorous.
Enough! We must defeat this foe.
Bénem begyúlna a fásli a lábán.
These twisted swamps dwells a hag who possesses a potent potion, an elixir that could grant us the ability to converse with the creature. However, attaining it will necessitate a trade.
Give me his spleen.
Hát elég fura ez a game.
Nerves, friends. I will now attempt to reason with the creature. Most mighty beast, though you defeated us once,
Azt nézted te is? Ja, elég közel
your
volt.
guidance. Impart your knowledge upon us and teach us the source of your power.
It's here. Frog.
Béka?
I didn't know you speak
Beszartak
frog.
egy békát?
Gosh, I'm so sorry about yesterday. I'm so embarrassed. You know, ever since the hat turned me
Inkább
into a
lenne
frog,
mese.
I've been down in the dust.
Az igen. Hát azért ne ilyen mese legyen. Kár is. Na milyen durván leszúrkálta a békát.
Cities are
incredibly hard to make in RPGs because you have to make sure that every single nook and cranny has something to do. You have to make sure that it's different, so you have to be incredibly creative. Given that the name of the game is Baldur's Gate, the city was really going to be the thing that people were going to be talking about.
The city of Baldur's Gate is seamless, which it originally wasn't.
You only can judge the game when you have all the components together, and if the mix doesn't work, we start over.
At some point, he said, like, can't we just connect everything? And that was a very interesting day.
One of the things that's done is it's brought a level of believability and immersion and also complexity that wouldn't have been there otherwise.
Now it was this seamless, giant organism, and it really, really felt good.
It's being able to look out of a window and see down the city slope, so you're seeing down to all
Az
the
in-game.
docks, and you're like, one
Jaj,
of my
hogy ez?
teammates might be down there. They might
Hát
be running
akkor
around down
tuti,
there.
hogy király.
We worked on it as a painting almost. You start with a sketch, a very basic line,
RPG.
and then you just start adding layers and layers.
We can put lots more of the
A
city onto the screen
városmenedzsmentes?
than they could in
Nem
1998.
tudom, nem hiszem.
So, we can do something
Vagyis
that
nem
is
úgy néz ki
more
elsőre,
immersive,
de ki
richer,
tudja.
has more texture to it.
It feels like you are walking around a place where there are lots and lots of people living their actual lives.
You have crowds that are walking around, can talk to pretty much anybody, and they react to every single thing. It's very alive in that sense.
Every person that you meet in Baldur's Gate has got a story to them.
All the things that you have done up to the city really matter. You can really feel the
Köszönöm.
conclusion of everything just gathering there.
We actually build anticipation through all these characters that you've met, through all these situations that you've been through.
All the stories that you have been following, all the decisions that you've been making, they all come to fruition in that lower city.
And the great thing is, if you so choose, you can be another bad thing that's happening to the city. You can arrive and be like, this place is on fire, and then you can throw petrol all over it.
During production, we felt like the city was our destination.
We spent, I think, 3 times, 4 times as much effort on the city
lehet.
as we originally planned. But the result, the feeling of walking in there is just fantastic.
Elég sokat mutatott eddig.
You have this
Az igen, repülőm alatt.
jostling of things that are very much of the real world, and then you can indulge in the completely fantastical.
And then when you walk into the city, the noise of everybody talking to each other, the knowledge that everywhere you look, you can go there and you can do something, the knowledge that you can fly through it, it's great. So the thing that I was the most afraid of when we started making this game turned out to be the thing that I'm the most proud of.
Augusztus 31, egy csomó game jön. Így év vége fele.
Larian Studios breaks the classic RPG series out of a
Vagy második felébe.
when Baldur's Gate 3 finally releases on August 31st. Up next, we're forging ahead with more fantasy as flame-headed fighters face ferocious foes in a co-op action roguelike. After all, what's a roguelike without an onslaught of algorithmic terrors? I feel like there's a lot of that going on around here lately. Anyways, here's the latest trailer for Ember Knights.
Ez is ilyen pixeles valami. Az lenne nem rossz. Ja, a zene azt tuti.
We can be heroes.
What?
Ja, ezt gondolom még, lehet, hogy annak a folytatása. Az egyik csávot láttam vele játszani. Vagyis az autó meg a környezet hasonlít, de abban talán nem lehetett építeni, meg lövöldözni. Ettől biztos megizzad a masina.
Would you like the endless loop of terror, death, repeat in the upcoming self-extraction horror, Macabre? In Macabre, you and your friends will team up to confront interdimensional terrors, venturing deep into unstable time risk tasked with uncovering the source of terrifying anomalies. A great way to enjoy the outdoors. Built in Unreal 5, this exclusive debut will be out later this year in early access.
Hely, hogy olyan... Hát igen, olyan videókártyákat adnak ki ember, hogy 24 gigás, azt akkor kiadnak mellé ilyen kis gémeket. Csak lenne igen a grafikus. Hát? Szerintem ők nem sokáig fognak örülni. Az igen, milyen fegyvere van. Ez már most kell. Milyen király. Hát jó. Hű, hát neki annyi lett. De csúnyán. Az igen, öcsém. Ha van demo, ki kell próbálni? Ki lehet? Mindjárt meglássuk, hogy mit fog írni. De csúnyán leszúrta. Horror game.
I can't believe it worked. This is it. This is the key to... Ah, you're alive. Ready to go back in?
Ha, hamarosan. Fel kell színni a game-nek a címét, mert én tudni elfelejtem.
We thought we had billions of years before our sun died. We were wrong. Thousands of us answered the call.
Hát ez visszanézhető lesz.
Every one of our ships a ray of hope. Captain, it is up to you to find us a new home, so we can plant the future seeds.
Ott van mindennek a link a Steam-en, na. Az király.
Soft landings, Captain.
As great as Earthless looks, it makes you wonder, how are we in the real world gonna fare when our big, beautiful sun enters its twilight years? Me, I'm optimistic. Who knows what we'll achieve by then? Every billionaire-funded space rocket that detonates moments after takeoff is one more step on the winding road of progress. Up next, tie on those togas and make merry with fine wine as all roads lead to this newest city. Here's a first look at
megnézi,
Nova
meg
Road.
lehet mindent. A lóma? Ja, ja. Stratégiai game. Nem beszélni se tud.
The Great War is over. All we want is to return home.
Ashburn game.
To the newborn Czechoslovakia we fought for. Brothers and sisters.
Ó, eredet történet inspirálta a game-et.
None of us thought this part of the journey would be the most difficult. We still hope to see our home once again.
Az igen, milyen baszó.
Across the endless snowfields of Siberia. Through territory disputed by the Red and White armies. By armored train in a harsh winter.
Menedzselni lehet a vonat. Meg a csapatot.
Far from our loved ones. Outnumbered by enemies, we fight to make our way. Surrounded by wilderness, we manage in order to survive. This is our last chance. Our last train home. Will you lead us?
Last train home.
Pairing squad tactics with historic inspiration, Last Train Home is based on real events in the aftermath of World War I. However, historians continue to uncover records describing train passengers travelling homewards, some dating as recently as 2023. Whether any train home is truly the last remains the subject of academic debate. History is clear on one thing though: puppets can't be trusted. As proof, watch as Sesame Street meets survival horror in My Friendly Neighborhood.
Jó, ez az.
Hey Gordon, it's Kyle. I know we're dropping this on you last minute, but we need you to head down to the Sunrise Street studio lot. The antenna activated itself last night and started broadcasting that old puppet show over the news. You need to turn that thing off. You gotta get this done, man. Bye.
The last job of the day is always the worst.
Az ugye milyen figurák vannak benne. Hogy leütötte?
Let's do this.
Muppet Show, ja. Az igen, ilyen mentés volt benne hely. Mit szívhattak? Nem tudom. Na, július 18 vagy 19 van, nem is. Na, egy kis Forma 1-es. Valami legális, ami nem kéne, az legyen? Hát lehet. Az igen.
Oh, and that's a crash.
I'm push now, next one push now.
And McLaren with a great overtake. Stay right here. Because we're
Szia
just getting
Angel,
started.
jó munkát holnap, jó éjszakát.
Hey Frank AI, how are the metrics looking? Are we like doing numbers?
We're attracting considerable viewership, Sean. However, I've identified a simple programming adjustment to target underrepresented segments of our audience demographic.
Köszi,
Shall I
köszi.
execute it?
Well, hell yeah, let's do it. Ah, cornering the VTuber market. Smart, very smart. I'm just not really sure this is my vibe, but since we're on a time crunch, let's see what's next for Subnautica Lights in Space.
Az jó kérdés, hogy meddig tart. 2 óra hosszája megyen, durván. Hát az előző az is valami 2 óra hossza volt kb. Az igen. Tja. Nincs valami gyűjtögetés. Fú, én már odaérre valakirekkel. Hopp. Jó, felrakta azt a kereket. Az igen, kb. Sütjük. Csirke ült a vállán, kár. Hát igen, nézd meg, kis nyugis játékból nagy izé. Igen, nagyon gyilkolós lesz.
There are so many great video games in this year's show. Frank AI, what do we know about sand?
Sand is a fine granular substance composed of mineral particles. It is finer than gravel, but coarser than silt.
T-Rex ska.
But it's also a brand new survival game set in an alternate history where Austro-Hungarian soldiers
Sand.
smuggle space salvage across alien deserts.
I don't understand that sentence. Would you like to hear more about sand types?
Oh, no need. I'm about to know plenty. Let's take a look at sand.
Teeny beard. Az igen, milyen pipája van. Azt a rohadt.
Завітайте в Лазуровий порт. В нас найкращі пляжі, готелі та ресторани. Файно! Замовлю собі багатського м'яса та пива. А ви що, хлопці?
Ну, раз ми ліпші, то попали себе шампанським і морським оленем. А ти ж, Петро? А я, як завжди, маленьку бану ще хочу. Йой, то ж ресторани не корчма. Може ресторан бути найліпшим, якщо бану ще немає. Що ти кошкірися?
Az igen. Hasonló, mint volt az egyik filmben, ez a kauflábú gép.
We have reached the end of this year's show, and we're saving something very exciting for the end. Dune Awakening, the survival MMO adaptation
Az a
of
vadi
the
unja,
classic
vadnyugat.
sci-fi series. Frank AI, what have you got for us for the big finale?
If you like, I could fill the room with sand.
That's a little literal, don't you think? But what if we had, like, costumes? Oh, Dune's got some really cool costumes. We have the still suits, the royal garments. Oh my god, I could dress up maybe as like a giant sandworm.
It will require 3 million teraflops of processing power to render you as a sandworm, Sean.
Ja neked minden eszedbe van, hé.
I mean, don't worry about it. We can
Ja,
skip the costuming.
mutassa
It's
meg
just something
gyorsan.
like Frankie and I used to do. Like, not you, like the real Frankie with the fun hair who's not a computer. Oh, man, there was this one year where she was a shark. And then, and she was like a mech pilot. And I had a spaceship. And there was this other time with togas, and I had this really nice robe. Anyways, just forget it. I'm living in the past. I shouldn't even miss this stuff. I mean, we're adults, right?
Na, ennyi.
Frankie Ward?
Do you still want to do the costumes bit, Sean?
I want to do the Dune dress a bit so bad. I'm sorry. I tried to fire everyone and make money with computers.
Shut up and put the costume on.
Az igen. Az igen, öcsém.
Frankie, would you do the honors?
Gladly. Here is an exclusive interview with the team making a survival MMO that's more sought after than a suitcase stuffed with spice melange. It's Dune Awakening.
Mint egy katta. Valamit csak mutatnak, majd mindjárt.
My name's Joel Bylos. I'm the creative director on Dune Awakening. So Dune Awakening is a survival, open world, massively multiplayer
open
game.
world.
It is a game where players are invited to explore the world of Dune. They involve themselves in politics, they involve themselves in intrigue, they involve themselves in combat, they have to survive on the most dangerous planet in the universe. And through this experience, they come to know the factions in the world and the universe.
Ja, ezt tudod? A címe ismerős, de nem tudom, most írtam még Gale.
So when Dune Awakening begins, you are a castaway on the planet in the deep desert, and all you have is a knife that you've made out of scrap metal. And you need to creep into enemy camps and knife them in the back and steal the water from their steel suits. By the end of the game, perhaps you're running a guild. You have a fleet of vehicles, ornithopters flying
Jaj,
in
már tudom, a kis repcsidő
sandbikes cruising
felismertem.
across the desert beneath them, tanks kicking up a cloud of dust as you drive to a spice blow in the distance in order to harvest with your guild. And you see in the distance another guild coming towards you, and just as you clash, you hear the rumble
Azt itt a
of a
kötős
sandworm
repcsidő.
coming. That's combat in Dune Awakening.
My name is Viljar Sommerbach. I'm the game director on Dune Awakening. You start out in the desert, surviving, clinging to life, and in the end, you might become someone like the Baron Harkonnen, and then you try to cling to power. Arrakis is the most dangerous planet in the universe. Surviving on Arrakis means that you need to prepare for sandstorms, you need to find water, it's a constant threat against survival. The sandworm, every time you try to cross the desert, the sandworm will come. You will sometimes outrun it, sometimes you may not.
Dune Awakening is built upon a foundation of 5 pillars.
Ó, milyen macskás virágtartója
which is
volt.
obviously everything you'd expect to see in a survival game. It's water discipline, it's the surviving the sandstorms that sweep across Arrakis. Then we have politics and intrigue, which speaks to the faction gameplay of the game. It's about, siding with one of the factions, thinking about how they work together, perhaps assassinating members of the other factions. Then there's infinite exploration. Infinite exploration, which is one of the things I'm most excited about, is how the world changes over time. We have a concept called a Coriolis storm, and when it sweeps across the landscape, the sands shift, revealing new points of interest, hiding others, making the game renewed every week. Then we have combined arms. Combined arms is our combination of vehicles, melee combat, range combat, and abilities all working together to create a seamless sandbox combat experience. And finally, we have expression and customization, which is really more than just talking about like the visual expression and customization, which of course we have armor sets and clothing and a robust character creation. But in addition to that, it's really about play the way you want to play. Do you want to be a trader? You can do that. Do you want to be a fighter? Of course you can do that. Do you want to be a spy? Maybe that's the gameplay you're looking for. All of these things built into these pillars.
So the journey of the player, we've divided that into 4 parts. We think of them as survive, protect, expand, control. The survive part means that you're up against the planet itself and you're clinging onto life. In the protect phase, you've gathered some stuff, you might have a base, but you also want to make sure that nobody else comes to take it away from you, so you try to build defenses and make sure that your base is in the clear. Then, in the expand phase, you lift your gaze and you look around and you see that others have stuff as well, and you might want to take their stuff. Then, in the control phase, you may find yourself being a part of a guild or even the leader of a guild. Then, the goal is to control the flow of spice on Arrakis. However, you're never safe. There's always someone lurking around the corner. Can you really trust your second in command? So the goal of the control phase is that you are clinging to control. Whenever you get into combat in the desert of Arrakis, try to get it over with quickly, because not only are you fighting human combatants, but the planet Arrakis itself is the greatest protagonist there is.
Most erre mit mondjak? Nem tudom. Eleon.
And with that, the PC Gaming Show 2023 is done. And what a show it was! And what a lesson for me, honestly. AI excels at plenty, but only an absolute doofus would think it can replace the human touch. I mean, you'd have to be an irredeemable bozo, like a real human dumpster to pull that.
Hát a Ciao jó hülyének nézhetik, nem azért.
Getting the band back together.
I mean, yeah, if we get another show next year, then yeah, you betcha.
If?
Well, you know, Dakota, you guys pretty smart.
Tényleg olyan, mint hogyha egy kotton húzott volna a fejére.
And all subsidiary publications and IPs. I think he's got some really great ideas, but he also caddies for some very influential people on the golf course. Life comes at you fast, I guess. Either way, see you next year. Bye bye.
Na, vége.
Bye.
Bye.
Egyikre ott fekete kap. Na jó, akkor.
Hold on, my lips are sweating. Okay, here it comes. Okay, here it is. Everyone quiet on set. Here I come. This is the big moment.
Na,
Okay.
2 óra 10 perces volt.
Necessary data acquired.
We want them to be able to react in the middle of a battle,
Ja,
with
ja.
maneuvering, with using
Hát
abilities,
nincs
with
mit.
targeting things more carefully.
Elgondoltam.
So we've slowed it down just a little bit to
Elkömény
players
is,
that
hogy
really
legyen
trust
fenn.
their skill.
Ha már az Xbox-os lekéstem, vagyis én megnéztem, éppen, hogy 10 másodperccel előtte értem ott ide, csak már nem érkeztem leadni.
Fucking balls. Here we go, one more time.
Köszi, hogy itt voltatok. Kinyitottam.
Oh, hold on. I have a rogue shoelace. No! It's solved. I solved the problem. Talent took care of it by himself. Talent is an adult. I'm ready. Tell me when. If there was an award for being unbearably cute while also being unbearably
Na, köszi
fun,
mindenkinek,
there's
hogy
no
itt
question it'd be
voltatok.
down to the wire between Critter Cove and yours truly.
Jó, itt. Sziasztok.
Now,
Szia,
I've been
Leon.
following Stormgate for years at this point, but for those of us who aren't me, tell us, what the fuck was that intro? Frank AI, how are the metrics looking?
We're attracting considerable viewership, John.
Keep going, keep going. Oh. Holy fucking shit. I really apologize, everyone. Don't get ice cream next